Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to day 4. I hope that this video training series has been helpful to you so far. The first 3, if you missed them, you have access to them. You can go back and watch them. You probably have the link somewhere floating around in your inbox to search it. You can go back and look at it that way. But we're at lesson 4 today, and what we're going to be doing is kind of going through thyroid physiology, like how does your thyroid work and how does your endocrine system work, to be honest with you, top to bottom. And hopefully this will start to put some of the pieces of the puzzle together, start to tie things together a little bit for you, in combination with the first 3 lessons that we've already had. So we're going to jump right in today. We're going to have some fun today. I'm going to do some drawing here for you. I'm not a Mac guy, so I don't use the pen. I'm just straight up like paint here on Microsoft. So this should work just fine. I've done it before. So we're going to do some drawing. We're going to kind of walk through the story of how do you get diagnosed with a thyroid problem, how do you figure out the causes, kind of sum up some of the things that we've gone over in the first 3 lessons, and then lead us into where we're going to be going over the next couple of lessons, okay? So here's the deal. Here's the way the thyroid works, okay? This is in a normal circumstance, normal situation, okay? What we have is we have a part of the brain up top here called the hypothalamus. Okay, hypothalamus. Off of the hypothalamus comes the pituitary gland. Okay, now most of you have heard the pituitary gland. Okay, pituitary gland comes right off of the hypothalamus. It's an extension of the brain, and the pituitary gland tells all of the other glands when to make their hormones. Thyroid, ovaries, testes, adrenals, right? So the pituitary gland sends a messenger to that other gland and says, hey, thyroid, make your hormones, okay? So our thyroid is sitting down here on our neck, right? So it's a little butterfly-shaped guy, okay? And when the pituitary gland wants the thyroid to make its hormones, which we've discussed on previous videos, right? T4 and T3, it will send this magical hormone messenger called TSH. Okay, TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. It's the pituitary gland telling the thyroid, hey, thyroid, make your hormones. Okay, make more hormones, start dumping them into the bloodstream. We need them to circulate around in the blood so they can go to the cells because we need to increase the metabolism. Okay, and the thyroid says, okay, boss, I'll make 2 types. I'll make T4 and T3. Okay, most of what the thyroid makes is T4. It's about 93% T4, about 7% T3. Okay, so normal circumstance, what happens is this. Hypothalamus tells pituitary, hey, we need to increase the metabolism of this person, right? Because they're going to the gym or they got out of bed in the morning or whatever, they got out of a chair, right? I mean, the metabolic rate needs to go up. Pituitary gland says, okay, boss, sends TSH to the thyroid. Thyroid says, okay, boss, dumps a bunch of T4 and T3 into the bloodstream, mostly T4. Those hormones circulate around and they go to the cells they need to go to kind of increase that metabolic rate to respond to the demand. Make sense? Now, the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus are watching the blood. Okay, so TSH gets sent, pituitary gland is monitoring the blood, and it's monitoring the levels of T4. Okay, because most of what is made is T4. So TSH gets sent, T4 levels should go up, right? Because the thyroid should be making more of it. If the T4 levels go up, cool, right? When they get to the level that they should be, and the pituitary gland senses that, the pituitary gland will stop sending the TSH, right? So it's like, okay, cool, thanks, you made enough, don't send any more. Don't make any more, we're good. I'm gonna stop sending this message, shut it down. Okay. So normal metabolism, somebody who doesn't have a thyroid problem, yes, these levels should stay in a nice little box. Okay, but what happens if the pituitary gland sends this message, TSH, T4 levels do not go up? Okay, pituitary gland goes, that's weird. I told the thyroid to make hormones. Why did those levels go up? I'll send it again, right? Sends the message again. Still didn't go up. That's kind of weird. I don't get it. What's going on down there? You know? Sends the message again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And if the thyroid does not respond after all that time, what happens? TSH levels in the blood will rise. So you go to your doctor, you get a blood test. Eventually, it takes forever sometimes. They check you, oh, your TSH levels are high. You have hypothyroidism or underactive thyroid. Doesn't tell us why the thyroid is not responding or why these levels aren't rising. It just tells us that they're not responding or rising. So they check TSH up. Yep, TSH is up. It means, this message is getting sent over and over and over again. Your thyroid's not making T4. So you're hypothyroid. We'll put you on the medications, Levo, Synthroid, Armor, whatever. Those medications, what are they? T4, right? So what they do is they give you T4, right? So here's what happened. The TSH went up, okay, because the thyroid wasn't responding, okay? So what happens? So you're given T4, like that's the medical management of hypothyroidism, no matter the cause. We'll give you T4. Okay, well, if we got all this T4 now in the blood, the pituitary gland goes, oh, cool. There's all that T4. So then the TSH levels come back down, right? Pituitary gland is monitoring T4 levels. When T4 levels go up, even if it's from medication, the pituitary gland doesn't know that. T4 levels go up. Now the TSH goes down. Your doctor goes, oh, cool. We got it. TSH levels came back in range. Keep taking your medication. We'll check it every so often, right? Meanwhile, the patient, you, says, okay, well, that's great. I'm taking this medication and my TSH, my levels came back in the normal range, but I don't feel any different. If anything, I feel the same, or I'm getting worse, even on the medication. Okay. Again, as you saw in the last video, there's a huge reason for that. Okay, because sitting out here is autoimmune thyroid, right? So this autoimmune condition where your immune system is attacking and damaging the thyroid, Hashimoto's, Graves', whatever, okay? So the reason why this all happened in the first place, the reason why the thyroid, when that message was getting sent, the thyroid wasn't responding and making T4, is because the thyroid was getting damaged, it was getting destroyed by the autoimmune attacks, right? Because that's the cause 90% of the time. So this over here is the why the thyroid wasn't responding. It couldn't respond. It was trying, it was giving it everything it had, but it couldn't respond because it was getting damaged and it was getting attacked by the immune system. So giving medication over here to make this number look good, right? Sure, it's going to make the labs look pretty, but it doesn't do anything for the underlying cause of that problem. So once somebody gets diagnosed with this, which is again why it's so important to acknowledge this and to diagnose this, and we talked about it in the previous videos, once we can identify, look, you have this, okay, you still may need to take this medication, but in order to get someone better, we have to address this, right? This is the elephant in the room over here. This is the root cause of the problem. So now we have to dig into, okay, what's causing my immune system to attack my thyroid? Let's figure those things out. Let's fix those things. And then that stops happening, and then you get better. I hope that makes sense. And guess what we are going to dive into on the next couple videos? You guessed it. Exactly. Oh, okay. We're at that point where it's like, I have this. It's not being treated. What do I have to do to figure it out? What do we have to do to fix it? Cool. I hope this lesson was helpful today. Hope I didn't talk too fast. I have that tendency sometimes. What I'm going to do is I'll also, again, this diagram here, as rudimentary as it is, as caveman as it is, without my cool Apple pen, I'll save this. This will be saved, and this will be downloadable as everything. My gift to you, um, if you even want to download that. but it gives you the story, at least, as far as like, okay, here's the deal. So you will have this available to you if you're like, hey, how does the TSH work, and how does this work, and I forget how this all happens. This is the thyroid story, if you will, and this is how most people get to the point where they have the thyroid condition they have. So I will make this available to you. It'll be right on this page of this video, so you can download this. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me. I'm here. You can email me. You can find me on Google, Facebook. I'm everywhere. You can, if you have this and you would like my help with this, you can always book a call with me. That information will be on this page also. I hope this was helpful for you. Stay tuned for tomorrow, where I have a lot more fun and hopefully a lot more education in store for you to help you on your thyroid journey. Take care.